Check, check. We on? Check. Alright, we're back for round 3 of the JKeSports League. Make sure everything's working right here. My mic on. Got my notes. We're back for season 2 of the JKeSports F1 Racing League. Coming from the Netherlands here to Azerbaijan for round 3. As last week's winner, Coxie, has missed the cutoff to join us today. He will have, I believe, the Yuppie filling in for his seat. I gotta get the Discord back up on there. Alright, we got results there, standings there, okay. So I should have all my notes in place now. As the qualifying clock starts to tick, everyone getting their setups ready. We'll leave that on fastest lap. We'll go telemetry for this. I like that for qualifying. A little bit cluttery on the screen, but alright, here we go. We've got, looks like T-Widow out on track first. There's a couple guys in front of them. Gonna get their tires nice and warmed up. We got Isolate and Flair out there, Braylo, Mosser, Random Serious out of the pits now. Here at the Baku City Circuit, it is a 20 turn, although a couple of them are flat out. 20 turn, 6 kilometer circuit, which is 3.73 miles. The F1 race qualifying record is held by Valtteri Bottas at a 140.495. We'll see who we can get on the first. Looks like it's gonna be... There's invalidations already. I didn't even think you could do that on Baku with the street circuit, walled circuit. It looks like first across the line for a flyer will be Isolate with Flare in the racing point. As you see, he hits 204, 207, 208 now with the DRS open, come to the line, 210 at the line for the hard braking zone, down to 80 miles per hour for turn 1. Pretty smooth there. There's a lot of tight turns on this track. It is a city circuit, walls all the way around. As Isolate comes down to complete sector 1. Ooh, he hits the wall though. A little bit of wing damage. A lot of wing damage. Looks like he lost both end plates. So that is going to severely compromise his lap as T-Widow, I believe, is next closest. So he gets through cleanly on that section into sector 2. You see the Alfa Romeo, nice paint job. Oh no! Pile up in the castle as Isolate gets collision penalties. That's gonna compromise a lot of laps on the castle turn, so it's gonna be tight getting through there. You're gonna have to find really good spacing. As there's K-Dog coming through. Just coming up to the castle section, and I believe it's cleared out. Just makes it through nice and smooth. Little yellow flags waving. So we've got a lot of people trying to stay out of the way on their out laps. T-Widow has retired with the collision there. Looks like we got a couple people coming to the line. I apologize for my slowness, but it's hard to keep up on qualifying here. Well, looks like he ducked back into the pit lane. So the first one across the line is Braylo with a 146.6. Sam immediately tops that at a 140.1, which is nearly that Formula 1 record. It may be the Formula 1 record actually, as Diego comes across. 142.3. We'll try and catch his app here. Looks like he's coming into the castle corner. Tight, slow chicane after. And you nail the gas to get on it for the roundabouts. Turn 13, 14, 15. Where you really get, there you see almost 200 miles an hour. Hard braking downhill into the left. Another downhill and left around to the final turn. And turn into the final straight, not technically the final turn. But you can pretty much go full throttle through all these little kinks and bends. It's got enough downforce to hang on to it. As Sam Barrett retires from the session. Looks like another pile up in the castle corner. As Zap goes 139.5 for the pole. Ahead of Scabney snuck in there, 140.0 as well. So we've got some F1 times going here. We got, see Chris Money on an out lap. Looks like most everyone's either on an in lap or in the pits getting ready to try again. Couple collisions and retirements here. See if I can get an update from the Discord on anything happening. Oh, yeah, there's been crashes. There's fault admitted. Sorry, I'm a little off my game tonight. I've been a little bit under the weather. As you see, Marcus Kenya joining now. Zap on an in lap. So I don't know if it'll let him in his car for qualifying or not. I hope so. Watch Chris here. He's on a flyer now. This looks like F1 Guinnett is also random. Just crosses the line to start his flyer for the Red Bull team. See if he can get up there with his partner Sam in the top 3. Chris pretty smooth through that section. Comes down another second gear sharp turn. This track is known for sharp turns that you gotta kind of quick through as you get through castle section down third, second gear. Look like a good sector. Putting together a good lap for the McLaren squad, who is as of yet pointless this season. But they got it coming. They're good drivers. As you see Scabney still P2 right now. There's Chris coming out of the final slope turn. Onto the last fast straight. 8th gear, wide open. Here comes the DRS line to help him get even more speed from 203 up to 209. Looks like 210 or 11 at the line as Chris goes P3. Barely off his McLaren teammate, so a good run there. And here's Random coming around. And Guinnett also, we'll check on him. He goes up P6 for Guinnett. And then we'll go back to Random. Looks like he might have slowed a little. No, he's going full speed, just a weird camera angle. He's 210 at the line as well. Good for P7 now, so only a few people without a time set, as H is on a flying lap, and Johnny and Brian as well on flyers. H coming down to the line now, as we're about halfway through qualifying. Everyone's got their first lap bankers. As you see H there up to P13. We'll watch Brian Mosser come around the final. Well, I guess he's still sector 2 for one more turn. Takes that really nicely across the curb. Down to finish sector 2. Purple sector there, it shows. As he comes through the full speed. Long straight. One of my favorite parts of this whole game. Here you see down 205, 207. He's a little bit slower at the line, but good for P2. Their second car to crack the 139 barrier. He's 4/10 off Zap for pole. Puts the McLarens to a second row lockout. Did you see Isolate start another lap now? Here he is, down turn 2 for the first DRS zone. For the long run down to turn 3. With the sharp lefts, 90-degree lefts for turns 1, 2, and 3. So we got a little yellow on the front straight. It's like people trying to get into the pit lane. As you see, there's Scabney starting another flying lap. Looks like Seabury, or that's H. H does improve up to P12 there with his lap. Looks like Cam goes pole there. I missed that completely. 139.0 for Cam. As here comes the first Haas across the line. We're going to ride with Isolate through here. See how he does. Looks like the Haas went into the pit there as Isolate coming around. J-Dog coming out to start another lap. Down through those with gear before even those turns. Alright. crashes in the castle turn. We got isolate with a 140.01, good for P4 with 6 minutes left in qualifying now. Let's see, there's the yuppie coming through. Castle turn. Everything's cleared out. He gets through smooth. Trying to improve on his P9 time. As he comes down to the hard turn. Hard braking turn. 15? Oh. Stupid thing. Turn 16 is the one I'm thinking. Yep. But now he's back full bore. Give it all you can. This Johnny 5 now retires from the session. So we've got some, not sure if it's accidents, I'm not catching everything. Oh, he ducks in the pit lane. Okay, well. Looks like we've got Zap trying to improve on his time a little bit. He's already holding P1. You got FI in third now. As there's him and Mosser both put laps up. As Zap tops Cam's 139 into the 138s now. As FI is way off his time. He must be on an in-lap. We'll try and find an out-lap here. Flyer. Looks like Random's on a flyer. Just started his flyer too. And K-Dog as well. Monkey Mafia, first mention of him in the Ferrari there. So here he comes into the tight castle turn. A little bit of a lock up there, but not bad. Slides it through the corner nice enough to get slowed down in time. You see Chris out of the way for Random coming through. As he's coming to the castle turn. Now into the right, left, tight chicane. Turn 11 and 12. Down to the final hard braking zone. Hard left. Shows a purple sector for him there in sector 2. See if we can hold it across the line. As there's little local yellows all over. Looks like for Seaberry. Let's see what Random can do coming to the line. He's at P12. Looks like he's going to best his time by a full second up to P4 for Random Serious. So that puts him in the second row. Looks like we've got Ginnett coming to the line. He's 2 seconds up on his time, which is a very good improvement. That's possibly pole worthy. So we'll see when he gets to the line. He is pole position, 138.667. So smoking time's coming out now. So we've got Yuppie starting the lap now. Brian Mosser starting the lap right behind him. We've got Braylo coming across to start another flyer, as well as Seaberry. So both Haas's, both Mercedes are out there. Chris Money on a flyer. He's through Castle Turn, coming to it. Oh, and he goes hard into the wall. So that's going to compromise a few people behind, as there is nowhere to go. They're all going to pile in bad. So this is going to hurt everyone on their final runs here. Hoping it gets cleared up by the time they get there. The Haas's and the Mercedes. Looks like here comes Mosser. He's going to get through with it clear. So he gets lucky, gets it cleared out. Looked like a Haas had to pull out into the safety road. Chris as he comes through. Good getting out of the way there by Ginnett. Your pole sitter, Mosser, comes down to turn 15, down to 16. He's only barely over his time. He can still improve. Doesn't need a whole lot of tenths to get up to P5 at least. And he's full bore through as Seabury retires in the turn 15 area. There you see Mosser now with the DRS. He's going to improve his time just enough to take P5. As we've got 20 seconds left in the session now. Looks like the Yuppie coming in line. That was Braylow to start another lap. Yuppie looks like his time is way behind. A lot of these cars were compromised by the crashes in the castle section. As you see, random ducks into the pits. The checkered flag is waved. So Ginnett is in the seat right now to take the pole as he ducks in the pit lane. I don't know who's even running. Mosser is on an in lap. Looks like Diego is on a flyer. He got it off just in time. It looks like him and possibly Braylow, the only ones yet to finish their qualifying runs. Braylow is up on his time on medium tires. We'll go back to Diego, see if he can crack the top 10. As hopefully everyone can get through this castle tight turn in the lap 1. Let's get it. Provisional pole. Diego coming around the fast back straight. Down into the turn. Looks like he slows way down. He's gonna give it up. Did he run out of gas? He might have possibly ran out of gas. There goes Braylow around him. No, Braylow's invalidated somehow. So I believe qualifying is over. I'm just waiting for all the pieces to fall and the time to run out, but I believe that is it. As Ginnett puts the Renault on the pole position just ahead of Zapp in the AlphaTauri, and then his Renault teammate Cam in third, and the other AlphaTauri in fourth. Brian Mosser fifth. Random got a lap in there for sixth. Isolate 7th, Scavney and Chris 8th to 9th, and the McLarens and Sam Barrett rounds out the top 10. As free tire choice then goes to 11th on Diego, Yuppie, Johnny, Monkey Mafia, Seabury, H, K-Dog, Braylow, T-Widow, and Mark of Kenya will be starting 20th. We'll call it a grid penalty. He just didn't have the time to make it before qualifying started. So hopefully everyone takes the 2-minute break, let everyone get their marbles before a 20-lap race on the tight Baku City circuit. As the JKeSport League rolls on. We've got Azerbaijan next week. Will be Hungary. Your points leader. Well, I lost it. There it is. Okay. As the points leader at the moment is Sam Barrett with 38 championship points. Brian Mosser's in second. Coxey in third. WC96 is his handle. Mark of Kenya fourth. Zapp is in fifth. Terrible FI 6th, Isolate 7th, Cam's in 8th place, Diego in 9th place. Those are your point scorers. 10th back has not scored yet. The constructor side, it is Red Bull, 10 points ahead of Mercedes after 2 races. But it's a tight race between Mercedes, Alfa Romeo, Ferrari, and AlphaTauri have 28, 27, 26, and 24 points, respectively. And then Racing Point, Renault, Williams have scored. McLaren and Haas, the only ones that have not. So let's hope they can get on the board today. It's always good to see every team score, everybody get in on the action. So we're ready for round 3 here in Azerbaijan. I'm going to take a minute with everyone else before the race starts. We'll be right back. Alright, we're back for the end of the formation lap here. As you see, in it to win it, leading the field around. Get my camera set up real quick, hopefully. Looks like everybody on the softs in the top 10 from the back. You got the Yuppie going hard, H going hard, K-Dog, T-Widow, Mark of Kenya. A few people trying different strategies. Braylo and Seaberry going to be the only two starting on the medium tire. So we'll see here who's gonna, as you see the field come lining up, ready to take some green flag. You see the back of the pack catching up now. Looks like Mark of Kenya. There he is. He's getting there. Is everyone else ready? Waiting. Here comes Mark. We'll go back to the front of the field. Let's get it. Zap. FI. Everyone ready here for 26 laps of racing on the Baku City circuit. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights. No lights. Green flag. They're away. Looks like the inside line got a little bit better of a jump, but he holds them off through turn one. The Alphas side by side. A little bit of bumping and banging in the back. You got H going, and there's the virtual safety car. Made it through turn one. Couple collision penalties near the back. Braylo, K-Dog come together. As you see, Ginnett still holds the lead for now. Zap in second, FI third. Looks like Moss are holding on to fourth. As the game is being goofy with their lineup, as it does for the first few laps normally. It should settle itself out. Looks like this here VSC should be ending soon. Track looks pretty clear. Everyone's going. No retirements as of yet, as this is the first full field, full grid we've had. As there you see the green flags are out again. As they just come through the castle section. Some guys at the back have to get through. Cam gains a spot, Ginnett holding off Zap. FI Mosser up to fourth. Looks like Random. Good start for Random, hanging on to fifth as they come around. A little bit of a yellow there in sector 2. Looks like a little bit of spin for somebody. Now down to the line. You'll turn that off. That's what that was. Okay. So that's what we wanted. As everyone single file through. No DRS as of yet. A little bit wide through turn one for Zap there. We'll move back through the pack a little bit. As you see, Random coming through with another BSC. Looks like Johnny 5 and K-Dog came together. We got a couple cars in the pit lane. Looks like they were trying to get to the pit lane and came together. There's a lot of cars around the pit lane right now, which will benefit them as the VSC slows down the rest of the field. You can see Ginnett getting away. FI got second. Looks like Mossard up there gaining some spots. I think he's in fourth as DRS now enabled. I think the cycle is right again on the standings. You see a good overhead view of the Mercedes of Mosser there. Coming through to the castle section and get the top three. You see Barry moves up a spot. Mark of Kenya from the back of the grid up to 11th already. So some massive moves through the field for him. As the top 6, 7, 8 cars are kind of pulling away a little bit. There's a little train behind Isolate. We've got Diego and Sam trying to get through. Mark of Kenya right behind them. Looks like, watch this little battle there as Isolate gets pushed a little wide, gets passed by Sam and Mark. Looks like Sam's going to try to catch Diego down the front straight. There's another sector 2 yellow. I think we're going to be getting a lot of yellows there. It looks like Johnny 5 again. I believe that's the castle section yet again. We've yet to claim a retirement, but that's been a yellow every lap so far. And Sam catches onto, as Johnny spins again and retires. So Johnny 5 will be the first retiree of the race. It causes a sector 2 yellow. As you see there, Sam gets by Diego. And Zap got around Ginnett to win it for the lead. As there's now yellows again. That's where Johnny was crashed out, so it should be alright. And here's Zap through the castle section under a little yellow, I believe. As now the track is full green racing again. We got a half a second between Ginnett and FI, the two AlphaTauris. Look like Random got right up to Brian there, going for impossible pass. Looks like someone just lost a little bit of wing. Not sure if that was random. It was random. Lost an end plate. So Scabney gonna take advantage of that, make the move. As Random gets by, Scabney gets passed back though. As Cam, good four-way battle here. As oh no, Random bounces off the wall big time, loses his entire wing. Sam nails his wing on the way by. So he's definitely gonna have to drop into the pits. Big hit for Random there. You can see Scabney try and come to the inside of Cam. As Random retires on his way into the pit, he must have hit the wall. This is a trickier pit lane, so that's another car and a full course safety car now. Not sure if that was caused by the Random serious accident or not. But that hurts the team big time as Sam got by Diego. Zap's holding the lead. So two crashes there. Johnny 5, I believe, into the outside of turn 15. And then Random serious on his way into the pit lane. But there is now a full course safety car, so everyone's going to be able to pit if they want to and see. As a few people have already made pit stops. Looks like a few people are going to take advantage again. Isolate, I believe, had damage. Chris Money, another stop in the McLaren. As they are coming back to queue behind the safety car. Chris going for a new wing. And they put a wing right over the old wing. That's a pretty fancy job there. As here's K-Dog in the pit box as well. She's going to get new tires and go out. So full course safety car, we'll see. We've got 11th back has stopped, top 10 has not. But they're coming as Chris Money gets a penalty with the pit lane line violation. It's tough on this track. It's right there at the end. It's a hard turn. But now here up, you'll see here Zap into the pits. Top 2, Zap in it, everybody in. Terrible Brian, Cam, Scabney, Sam. Diego decides to stay out and take the lead. Looks like Zap's going to go to the hard tires. FI gets stuck with the double stack, so that could hurt the team. That's going to hurt Cam as well. That may gain Mosser a few positions here as he comes out in what's going to be 4th place, as Mark of Kenya decides not to stop yet, as does Seabury. So 3 runners deciding not to stop. We'll see what kind of tires everyone put on. Looks like hards and mediums for most of the runners that just stopped. We've got 21 more laps to go, so that's quite a ways away. Ways to run. The hards, I'm sure, will make it. Mediums, maybe not. They might fall off by the end. But maybe people were planning on a 2-stop, possibly 3-stop with damage. I believe you can make a 1-stop work. I think Diego is probably going to try that. Unless he comes in this lap, he may try to stretch those softs for another few laps. Maybe run, as you see Mark is on the hard tires. He started on the hard tires, so he's probably going to run those to lap 20 or so and trade them in for softs and speed at the end, which could be a very good strategy, even with safety cars. Most of the field caught up now. I'm going to get at least one more lap of safety cars, so we'll see if any of these no-stoppers will stop. As fastest lap you see so far is Sam in 7th place for that extra point. And we'll go to stops, yes. you see Mark of Kenya went from 20th to 2nd so far. That would be a story. As Diego up 9 spots without pitting. You see Barry also up 9 spots, yet to pit from the 6th place. So Diego, Mark, C. Barry all decide this isn't the time for pitting. Rest of the field catching up now. Chris and K-Dog should catch the pack quite quickly on their full speed, and the pack is going well below full speed. They're just into turn 4 now. Diego following the safety car. So now they're just about all caught up. K-Dog a little bit behind, Chris a little bit behind. Just about ready to go green, I believe. The safety car should come in this lap. Fine out shortly, looks like it is. No, it is not. Did not see it say it would be in this lap. If not, it is a long way around to do yet another safety car lap. This is one of the longer laps on the circuit, as the lights are still on the safety car. So we're gonna do one more lap. We got another couple minutes, it looks like. Yep, we're going and Mark again. No, Mark does decide to pit now. As H catches a penalty for a collision. Mark will drop. Likely to last again. As he goes from the hards to the mediums. Gets a new wing. See Scabney now in the pit. They hold Mark for a safe release. Scabney, I believe, he's gonna serve some penalty. Yeah, I believe he serves a penalty there. So him isolate. Also pits again, why not? It's kind of a free stop if you're at the back of the pack. So now only 1st and 5th place are lacking their mandatory pit stop, as we were lap 7 of 26. Diego holding the lead. Zap, Ginnett, Mosser, Barry, Sam Barrett, FI, Cam, Monkey Mafia, 9th, Yuppie, holding 10th place with the Haas for now. H and Braylo, T-Widow, Chris, K-Dog, everyone. Mark there, 16th now after his pit stop. Scabney, 17th. Isolate running 18th at the moment. Long way to go. 18 more laps. Anything can happen on the twisty turny streets of Baku. You see Diego leading Zap, and the rest of the field down. Safety car in this lap, as I figured it would be. There you see the nice Williams paint job of Diego. He now has control of the field. His isolate has retired at the back of the pack. That should be all cleared up and fine, I believe. So here comes, he's going to slow roll into the line, it looks like. Which is causing big backups. And now he hits the gas again. So a little bit of a slow up, so now there's going to be a pack racing. And it's clean through turn one, a little bit wide there for Seabury. Gets passed by Sam on the inside. Sam also gets around Mosser. Looks like he's charging through the field there. Drop back and watch from his perspective for a little bit as he's right up on Gimlet already. Looks to the inside, doesn't quite have it yet. And he is known to be fast. He led the league in wins for season 1. As there's a yellow flag, looks like H spun. It's gonna get back to green, no VSC involved. As you see a couple positions changing hands there. Mark gets around Braylow. You'll watch Sam try and get back up to the podium positions through the castle section. Nice and clean through there. As you see Barry, Cam, everyone's clean through. Mark looks like Braylow. Looks like Braylow or Chris got hung up in there in that section. Might have caused some damage to some others again. We're going to see, there's definitely damage there. Scabney possibly wing damaged again. So VSC now as Monkey Mafia falls behind the pack. We're going to catch up here and take a look toward the top 5 again. As they're still running pretty tight together. Diego with a little bit of a gap. We're here on VSC for a little bit while longer. Should be ending quite soon though. So you see Cam down the front straight. Scabney retires from the session. I don't know if he must have crashed on the way into the pits again. That is a bad section. Bad section. I'm going to miss it again. And Scabney has retired. That was before the pit section. Not sure what happened there. So you see Monkey coming in for his pit stop. Bunch of cars in the pit lane yet again. So this is here you see Sam going for the pass. Side by side. Tight racing. Sam and Zap there. Lets Brian catch up a little bit behind. They're letting Diego get away. But Diego has yet to pit stop, so he definitely lose time there. I don't think he can gain enough. That's a good camera view there. You see the second, third, fourth place cars. Seabury, Cam catching Seabury now. Looks like he might have a good run on him down the back straight. You see Mark back past the Haas. A little bit of a lock up there. Good driving to avoid running into the Mercedes. Probably going to get enough run in DRS on the straight. As Seabury was out of range for DRS, so he will not. So Cam likely will get very close by the end of the straight. You see Sam, Zap, Brian, also still close up. For second. Looks like Sam was taking a peek there. Cam got pretty close. Sam definitely taking peeks down the inside through turn 1, turn 2. Gets the DRS again. Should have the run on Zap with the fresher. Possibly not fresher, but softer rubber. So good run. Good driving by Zap to let him go without too much of a fight. Lets Mosser right up in the battle again, low for third. See Barry still holding off Cam as well. See some cars coming the other way. Looks like H and is about to pass K-Dog. So good to see racing throughout the entire pack. There's a big gap now from 12th back to 13th for those are the cars that just pitted last time around. About the 20-something second gap you see. And Sam now biting into that lead of Diego once he got around Zap. Looks like Mosser gonna have to fight it now as he's got the hard tire compound. His teammate right behind him on the medium, still yet to pit. Runs a little wide there. Cam, that's going to let Cam catch up even more. Which if he can now down the front, he should get the DRS pass made. Possibly not, as Seabury will also have the DRS on Mosser ahead. Everyone getting a full speed there. There's a sector 2 yellow in the castle section again. Looks like K-Dog and a VSC for K-Dog hitting the wall as KM gets the move done. Possibly has to give it back. No, I believe he kept it. That was a well played move. He was ahead by then. As K-Dog has now retired from the session as well. So the castle turn has caught a few people out. As I'm not sure. It looks like their car was still moving, but she has retired from the session. So another VSC. Diego leading by 3 seconds. Sam second place. Zap in third. Ryan Mosser holding on to fourth. Cam passed for fifth right before this VSC. There's now more people into the pit lane. Braylo yet again. H as well. Green flag with just local yellow now. As the DRS is re-enabled at the end of the VSC. Here's Cam coming into turn 15, now to turn 16. Before you get to the full throttle, 17 through 20 to finish the lap. Ride with him one more time on the front straight. He's got the overtake engaged. Now at 200 plus, DRS involved. 10, 11, 12, gets a great run on Seabury, is gonna get the move made. Certainly gets the move made. Very well done as Diego, your leader, ducks into the pits now on lap 12. So he's going to have 14 more laps to catch his positions back up. See if Cam can close on Zap here down the second straight here. A little bit. He caught up a tenth or two, but not enough to get close enough for a move as you see FI and Mark battling for a position here. Mark from the back of the grid again. Gets a run there. I don't know if he's going to have enough to make it stick. FI fighting it back. Pushes him a little wide. Lets him through. Good driving, Mark. A little squirrely though, so FI right back on him. Gets the pass back made. So 7th and 8th here. Mark with a good move there, but wisely backs out. Didn't want to... Oh, wow, that was tight. I cannot believe Mark and Terrible both made it through there. That was beautiful driving. Chris Money right behind him. Sam pulls a 4-second advantage now. Cam up to third. Looks like this is one of the closest races here between Mark and Chris. Ginnett now coming back. FI up in 7th, leading the way. Trying to hold off Mark Kenya. Chris Money also in DRS range of his nearest opponent. Here now, lap 13. Sam crosses the line. Cam up. Within half a second. He's got a good run. Gaining on Zap. You see Mosser hanging fourth there as Mark gets by. Terrible. He's hanging on though, Chris there, as Seabury goes into the pit for his pit stop. So everyone now Everyone now has their required pit stops complete. So it's now 13 more to go. We're about halfway through this time by. I'll be halfway through for Sam Barrett as he's coming down into the tight Sector 2 section, known as the Castle section. Excuse me. I'm going to turn that back off. Looks like we got Chris and Terrible getting it, trying to charge back through the field. Your pole sitter started first, fell back to ninth with some safety car action. He's clawing his way back through the field though as it starts to spread out a little bit. Sam now 5 seconds clear of Zap. Cam hanging on to his half to 1 second gap to Zap, just in DRS range. See if he can catch it down the front straight. Looked like he had a good run. A little bit of swerve there, Zap, knowing he's got the DRS coming. Not sure if he can make it stick though. It's going to be tough. I think they got the extra run off. Looks like Zap a little offline, but held it well. Cam gonna hit the DRS again. Don't think it's gonna be enough on the shorter second straight there. So see Diego picks up a spot as T Widow goes into the pit. Must have had some damage involved there. I'm not sure why he would duck into the pit lane there. But Seabury gets by for 11th, trying to get back on the verge of points. So Sam, he's stretching his gap about a half a second a lap, or even a full second a lap. He's good 6.5 seconds clear now. Cam still hanging on to the back end of Zap's AlphaTauri there. Ryan Mosser comfortably fourth. Mark trying to gain back some ground. As I believe now you see Gennett go to the outside, trying to go a long way around to get by FI. Gets it done around turn 16. But they will have the DRS to fight back for it. So, see if FI can catch back up. Chris behind him as well. Looks like FI's got quite the run with the DRS. It's almost unfair advantage on this long straight on this course, but everybody gets the same advantage when they get the DRS, so you gotta use it when you get it. Looks like a little wide there for Gennett. Hopefully didn't damage anything. Not sure if he did or not. Didn't quite look like it. As there's Chris trying to hang on the outside and get around FI as well. Seabury and T Widow fighting for 11th there. Cam gets around Zap. Well, I wasn't watching, not sure what happened there. Wish I'd have watched it. But everything's a little bit spread out now. Chris a little offline through that turn. But it's a little calmed down. Zap now on the chase to Cam. The opposite of what's been the last few laps. Looks like he will stay in the DRS range. Maybe. Yeah, there's the DRS. You can see the tents start to tick away when you get the DRS open. He caught a good 2-3 tenths there for the end of the straight. But it looks like everything's pretty much calmed down. We got Chris and FI again battling. Excuse me. Chris gets around FI there while I was taking a drink. And a good run off the corner. Terrible gonna stick with him though, so now second gaps most of the way around the field except at the back. Monkey and H. Terrible FI and Chris the closest battle right now, so we're gonna check some other things. So you see behind the leader gap. Looks like a couple cars close to being lapped by Sam. As he's gaining on Braylo H and the Monkey Mafia at the back of the pack. Position change. Mark of Kenya from the back is now 15 spots gained up to 5th place. Everybody has stopped. Braylo with the 4 stop. So everyone's tires. You got Sam, Cam, Zap, Mosser all at the same lap. Sam with mediums, and he's got to stretch 9 laps further. So I'm not sure what's... We can hang it for that long, or... Because you got Ginnett to win it on softs for 7-lap-old softs. I'm not sure if those will make the end of the race. As their FI gets back around, Chris with the DRS assist. So I guess we're gonna see, as there's tight battle. Good driving there by both Chris and FI. So you see down the second straight into turn 3. Seems a little tighter than the others for some reason. There's turn 4. On board a little bit here through the turn 5, 6 chicane. And we got the hard brake turn, hard braking right turn 7. And then come out a little wide, come back across for the good left into the castle. Go as straight as you can. Into the right left chicane, 2nd, 3rd gear there. And get on the gas as soon as you can. For the full speed, flat out through turns 13, 14. Hard braking, turn 15, downhill. It's always my most hated part of this track. You got another slow 3rd gear turn there, 16. And you can pretty much full bore, maybe not race trim, certainly in qualifying trim. There you see 8th gear, flat out. Approach the DRS line, open it up. You're going to gain at least 5 more miles per hour. So you can catch, it's just not quite enough if you're that far back, but you do catch them a few tenths right at the end of the straight. Lap there for FI. Best battle on the track now. You see Mark of Kenya here, Brian Mosser. Looks like Mark passed Brian. He's marching his way to the front. Is Ginnett now trying to catch up. As we got a sector 1 yellow. That looks like Diego or FI. FI got wide, so that battle I just left. FI went sideways a little bit, gets passed by Diego. Gaining again. He's got the freshest tires in the field, other than Seabury. He's also gaining, trying to make his way back into the points. We're now on lap 18, getting down to the final stretch here. Not sure if Sam will need... if Sam will need new tires for the end. He's got a 9-second lead, I'm not sure if he can coast him that far. He's Cam distancing himself from Zap a little bit. And you see Ginnett He's going to get DRS on Mosser, and being that close, I believe we should be able to easily pull that pass. Yeah, he had a huge run before the DRS, but he ducks into the pits. So Ginnett with a perfect pit run. Did need new tires for the end. He's going to run soft to soft. With a nice pit stop from the Renault crew. I'm not sure. Oh, that was a little goofy thing as there's Chris ducks into the pits as well. So I'm not sure why everyone's pitting. Maybe they needed new tires. Maybe they had damage. But Brian now in 5th. Trying to track down Mark. Mark gaining on Zap here. See if he can pull a podium from the back of the grid with his grid penalty for missing qualifying. Is Chris Money still in the pit, it says. Nope, now he's out. Hopefully Chris can get a couple spots back as he had the McLaren for their initial points of the season so far. You see Mark, one of the quicker guys in the league. I believe he had a win last season. Check my record. He did have a win last year. He won at Monza. And the fastest lap as well. Maybe had fastest lap in a few races. Mark ended the season in 6th in points last year. So we got a little bit of battles, not too many tight ones going on here, as you've got the Yuppie and terrible FI. Yuppie advances up to 9th place now, trying to score for Haas. I'm not sure if it counts constructors for reserve points or not. Yuppie being the reserve driver. He has finished in the points. He was 10th for Renault in round 1 and then 10th for Mercedes in round 2. One of just 4 or 5 drivers to score in both races so far. Those being Coxey, who won last week, but could not make it today, so his streak will end. Zap has also scored in both, as has Mark, Mosser, Sam Barrett, and Ginnett, who was a reserve, has now taken the Renault seat full time. He has put a 3rd and a 5th on the board. He's in 7th place right now, trying to catch back up to Diego, who's done some impressive work since his pit stop. As you see Braylo in the pits for, I believe, the 5th time. Monkey Mafia there. Leave a lap down now behind Sam. Sam has gotten past. He pitted again for fresh rubber for the end of the race. Yep, Sam. So Sam, fresh tires at the end. He should have plenty to go through. You see H and everyone just trying to get out of the way now. They're in the firing zone of the leaders, the lapped cars again. As Mark gets passed by Sam, who's already back within a couple seconds of Cam and Zap. With the fresh rubber, it's going to be tough to hold him off once he gets there. Sam, one of the quicker guys. He's definitely gaining. Gained a couple tenths just out of that corner. See some cars going the other way. Good part another part I like about the Baku circuit. Sam holding us about 1 second gap. Cam 3 seconds clear as that. So about 4.5 seconds clear of Sam with 4 to go. 5 to go, including this one. But their tires are wearing, and Sam's are pretty new in the good range, I'm sure. Looks like Zap's gonna hold Sam off just a little bit longer. He gets the lock up and locks up yet again. So there you go. Sam gets by for second. He's gonna have 5 laps to get 3.3 seconds and a pass made on Cam. Zap hanging on to third. As you see, C. Barry passes FI and Chris to get back into the points now. Chris hanging on, trying to fight back for that spot. As they're coming down the DRS straight now, Chris gets the DRS. He's got fresher soft tires. I believe he should be able to get that pass made. Seabury also with freshish tires. But he pitted a good 6-7 laps ago. As there's results, looks like Braylow. Braylow's slow again. A little bit of yellow cause from Braylow there. He's gonna let H go. I believe Braylow has damage now. We'll sort of watch Chris trying to fight back for a point here. Trying to get McLaren off of the 0. It's been a rough start on a couple tough tracks though. Silverstone, that's kind of a yay or nay if it's your thing or not. Netherlands is definitely not my thing. It's okay, but not for me. And then Azerbaijan, I do like the track, but it is not easy. And there you see Chris going the inside, gets that move done. Gets it pass made in turn 16. So now the whole thing is if he can hold him off in the DRS part. He gets passed even before the DRS zone. There, he must have a better setup, or not sure, but we're gonna have to go watch now as Sam has caught Cam way quicker than I thought he would. I figured it'd be lap 24 or 5 maybe, even the last lap. And Sam is gonna get there quick, and he's looking like he might get it done quick. He's right on the back all over Cam, putting the pressure on, forces a little lock up. Cam goes wide and taps the wall. Hopefully doesn't damage himself too much. Looks like he still has his whole wing. So he's going to fight a little bit with Sam. He gets the lead back. Sam content with that for now, as he knows he's got the advantage with the fresh rubber and the fresh. He's running out of time. Fresh running out of time, yeah. There you see Sam back in the lead. I'm gonna hold Cam off there, and he might just ride off into the sunset. With those fresher tires, he's gonna get much better grip out of these corners. As you see here in 2 turns already, he's got nearly a second ahead. So Cam held him off as much as he could. Sam just had the pace and the tires. It's a 2-stop strategy. Plenty enough time for him to come back and take the lead. So he's got 2.5 more laps to go to cement his first victory of the season. No, it wouldn't be. It would be his second victory of the season, as he did win the opening round in Silverstone. Cam still holding second, but those tires are wearing out. You can see at the end as Zap here gaining a little bit of time, also on the hard tires. Like just a smooth run for him in the AlphaTauri team. There's Mark from the back of the pack. Getting a little charge from Ginnett behind. He's on fresher tires, I believe. He should get the move done here through 15, 16 in the front stretch. Especially in the DRS zone. It's such an advantage on this long straight when you're already going 190 plus when it activates. That extra boost of 5-10 miles an hour it's unbeatable, really. You can't hold it off. As soon as it hits the button, beep, DRS, you see, it takes that little second to get going, and you get the gain. Inside move, a little bit later brake. Gonna take the spot. Mark can't do anything about it. Hold on to 5th place is what he can do about it, which is still a great run from 20th. As Mosser hanging on to a good, respectable 6th. He's been just quietly there all day. Mark gonna hang on. Cam, Zap, Sam up at the front. One more lap and a half for these guys to claim some podium time for themselves. As this will be Cam's first podium of the year, should he complete it. As you see a Haas there in the Sector 1 yellow. Smooth there through the castle for Ginnett. You got Mark, Brian. None of these races really close at the moment for the last few positions. There you see Diego led a handful of laps. Gets back up to 7th place. After having a late pit, deciding not to pit under the safety car. T. Widow in 8th, the late fill-in driver. Very good run. Going Nico Hulkenberg on us. You see Yuppie in 9th for the Haas, and Chris Money hanging on to that final point in 10th to get McLaren off the goose egg. As we are now on the final lap for Sam and the leaders. Chris Money still coming around to take the white flag. Here you see Braylo in 15th still. Hanging on, been a rough run for him. A lot of pit stops, a lot of wings. Good to see him finish. As we'll ride with Sam here for, watch him come around for the last few corners. You see him down into turn 7, 8. I think that's 7, and 8, 9, 10 through the castle. Gorgeous section of track there as he comes back down into the final left-handers. Full bore. There's the hard downhill left around that cool looking yellow building there. Now down the front straight. And Sam, 6 seconds clear. Taking the final few corners. Here you see Sam Barrett. He's going to be your race winner for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. It's the final stretch. Fireworks. He even hits the brakes a little bit. There you see the checkers fly. First Sam Barrett, your race winner. Cam follows in 2nd with a little bit of penalty time, which drops him to 3rd behind Zap now. I didn't even know you could get penalties on this track, so that's harsh a little bit. But Cam does take 3rd place. As Ginnett to win it goes 4th. The Renault duo putting points on the board. Mark 5th. Brian right on his tail in 6th. Diego gets 7th. Now here's T. Widow with a little bit of penalty time in 8th. Shouldn't affect him, as here comes the Yuppie. Yuppie, H, Monkey Mafia all crossing the line at the same time, and here comes Chris Money for that final championship point. 1 point to McLaren, 1 point to Chris Money. Well done. Seabury crosses 11th, and then there's the final crosser, F1. Terrible FI for 12th. Got Braylo lap down. He's coming around. But a good run for everyone here is JKeSports. Thanks you for watching round 3 of the Season 2 Championship. Braylo crosses the line there for 15th place. So Sam Barrett and Red Bull, your winners of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Mark of Kenya there gets driver of the day for his 20th to 5th drive. There you see, there's Sam up on the podium celebrating. There's Sam, there's Zap and Cam spraying each other with the goofy bald Red Bull guy in the background. But again, great racing. Always entertaining with this league. Some good, fair, respectable drivers. Tough track this week. We'll see you in Hungary next week. We'll run down the lineup one more time. Sam wins for Red Bull from 9th on the grid. Zap, 2nd place. Cam takes a podium at 3rd. Ginnett from the pole ends up 3 stopping, but also gets fastest lap of the race. For 4th place in the Renault. Mark 5th from the back of the grid. Brian Mosser holds on for 6th. Diego 7th. Widow 8th from 19th. A good run for him. Yuppie 10th. 9th, I mean. Chris Money 10th there for McLaren to get that point. Seabury 11th. FI 12th. Mafia 13th. H 14th. Braylo 15th. Then your DNFs of K-Dog, Scavney, Isolate, Random Serious, and Johnny 5. So, again, for JKeSports, thanks everyone for watching. See you next week in Hungary. Good night.